In this video, we're going to look at images and how we handle images in a website for the best impact and for the best performance on both desktop and mobile devices. Now, first thing before working with images, think about the size of the image you're going to upload. The bigger it is, the slower your website will be, which will impact rankings and will impact whether people actually bother to use the site. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the dimensions, but we're talking about the resolution. You don't need Photoshop or any of these tools. What I recommend is you use a website called bulkresizePhotos.com. Very simple to use. You just simply drag and drop images or upload images here. I'm just going to click on choose and I'll grab an image. Let's see. I'll go to details here. Okay, I have an image here that's 116 kilobytes. I'm going to grab that, and I like to use this longest side as the tool I use most commonly, and I'll say, okay, the longest side of this image, I'll make it 400 pixels. That's big enough for most things on the website. You can reset to what you want it to be, and simply hit start resizing. Bang, there it is done. That image was 115 kilobytes. It's now reduced down to 41 kilobytes, and you won't be able to see any difference to look at it, but it will be much faster to load on the site, and that will help your rankings. So bulkresizePhotos.com, that's a free website which is very useful for working with photos. So let's go to our Joomla website. First up, we need to log into the website. I'm going to look at editing images from the front end of the site. One of the advantages of Joomla now is it is very easy to edit content from the front end of the site. You simply need your login. So I'm going to sign in here. Okay, I'm signed in now. That's taken me to the home page. So I'm just going to go back to the page I'm going to work on. And in this case, we've got a couple of images in here. I'm going to add another one. You'll notice that the image in this page is sitting on the left, text on the right. The way that would traditionally have been done is using tables, but tables do terrible things on mobile devices, and most of your traffic these days will come from mobile devices, so we need a better way of doing that. So first up, now we're logged in, we have this edit button up here. If I click on here, it gives me the option to edit the content. This brings up our editor. You may have seen our previous video on editing content, which will have looked at the editor. This gives us the ability to control metadata, when it's going to be published, and so on. So let's just go back to our content. I'm using the JCE editor, which has some nice tools for working with images, which is why I use that one. So let's just scroll down our content here, and I've got an image that I want to put in down to the left of this text. So I simply put the cursor at the start of the paragraph where I want to put that image. Go down to the bottom here, click on image, and that'll bring up a list of the images that we have, or the image directories that we have on the website, or you can upload from your local computer if it's a new image. In this case, it's an existing one. I'm going to use, I'll just find it here. That's the one I want. So I'm just going to grab that image. Now, first thing I do before I put that image in, I need to give the image a description and title. This is very important for Google. Google cannot see images. It can only read what the image is about, and that's what this is for. Just do that, and I'll put that on the same one. That's a little bit faint on this template, but I just put the name of the image in here, which describes the product that it relates to. So I hit insert. Now, as you can see, the image is here, the text's dropped down below, so we need to do some formatting of that. If I click on the image here, and then we come up to this little image icon in the browser, that's where we do the editing of the image. So click here, First thing, I want it to align to the left of the text. I'm going to put some space around it, say 10 pixels of space all the way around, and that will just make it look a little bit less cluttered. And you can see here, there's the alternate text that I put in for Google. You can change that through this editor if you want. Now, in most cases, that's all you need to do. In this particular case, one of the things that we don't want to do is have the break the layout in a mobile because of the size of this image. I'm just going to save this first. And I'm going to save this and show you what I'm talking about. Oops, down the bottom, save. So there's our image. Looks great in there, but as soon as we go to a mobile view, if we go down to our smallest mobile, say 320 pixels wide, it's a little iPhone, and you'll see there that with the other images up here, we've got enough room for the text. But we come to this one, it looks terrible. You've got a little bit of text here and it just doesn't fit. So we want that image to go smaller on the mobile. So in this particular template, I've created a class that we can attach to a photo or to an image to make it go down to half size when it's in a very small screen. So all we do there is we go down to this image again, click on it again, and a little image edit icon. Go to our advanced tab and look at the classes. So I've called this class MB small. So don't have much imagination. That means on mobiles go smaller, and that will tell it to go to down to 50% of its normal size. This is particular to this template, may not apply to other templates. So just update that and save again. So back here on our page, there's our image. Looks the same on the desktop. We go to mobile, and there it is. Image has got half the size, the text to the side, and it all fits nicely into that mobile screen. As we go bigger, it adjusts accordingly and comes up to its full size. So one of the tips to being mobile compatible is avoiding using tables. That's why we use this align left function. Sometimes, in this case, the image is bigger than the text, works nicely. Other times the image height is less than the text you want it to go next to. In that case, you simply add some more space underneath that image in order to keep all of the text to your right, and that will work nicely. So the one thing you just never do on a modern website is use tables with images. You can use tables for text only, but never use images in a table. And that's our tips on images